And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Well, hello. Good morning, everybody. It is, Monday, September 16th. Flying by. September is rolling, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things, man. September is rolling. If your boy's eyes look red, I've been up since 2:30. Decided to let the critters sleep in the bed last night. The two kiddos. Didn't realize Tiger's the size of a grown man, and he's massive, and he takes up a lot of the bed and likes to starfish. Then Bosty likes to get right up on me, too. And they talk. They talk a lot, man. It was like 1 in the morning, Bosty's like, Dad, who's bigger, Aaron Judge or Soto? I was all, what? It's so late, man. You gotta sleep, dude. It was a tough night. Had fun, though. Had fun. Was at the gym by 5. Had fun. Let's get right into these freaking fights, dude. I got a lot to say about them. Where do we start? We have to start with the Sphere in general. So here's my overall perspective on this whole Sphere thing. Right away, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I'll say that. I was just like, yeah, what are we doing? Then when the card got announced, it's clearly that the belle of the ball was the arena. The Sphere was the focus and the belle of the ball. As a former fighter and for the current fighters, that's not good. No other sports organization in the fucking world is going to make the arena the focus. It should be on the talent. So that was already kind of triggering to me. I didn't say much on here. I was just like, we're going down a weird road. Then you look at the ticket prices. You look at the most expensive card they've ever put on, not because of the roster that was on that fight night, because of the venue. Also, the venue wasn't made for sports. The venue was made for concerts. That's for like Bono, Adele, U2 bullshit. Maybe that Journey, with the Filipino guy jumps in there. That's probably a good time. The Eagles, Blink-182, I'd love to see there. The Cheers rocking, what's my name? Age again? That'd be fun, dude. The Spray in the Mist, that's cool. It's not for sports. It's just not. So it's alarming to me, before I get too negative here. The UFC knocked it out the park, what they're trying to achieve. What Dana White wanted to achieve, they crushed it. From the whole Sphere thing, first time ever pulling this off, they crushed it. The presentation was great. It's not even all that. That's not my issue. My issue is the product that I paid to watch was not great. Because it wasn't a pay-per-view worthy card. Does that make sense? So because the belle of the ball is the Sphere, therefore what you're paying for, unless you're in person, ain't that great, dude. It wasn't that great. It just wasn't. And the main event and co-main event, boy, did the UFC gamble and they lost. The Sphere's complete success. Dana crushed it. Shout out to him and the UFC team pulling off. That must have been insane in person. But overall, as a card, it was not a good product. People are like, oh, because it wasn't fisticuffs, there's no knockout. No. Because the UFC gambled on making Suga Sean the biggest star in the UFC, and they put him on the Sphere for this reason. And I don't want to say he wasn't prepared, but his skill set versus the skill set of Merab, unfortunately, he was just overmatched. So that star dims a little bit. Shevchenko Grasso, that fight just was not fun to me. And I thought Shevchenko, what she's doing, getting her title back at, what is she, 36? That's amazing. But what's not amazing is not taking any risk and just giving us 5 rounds of grappling. What's not amazing is Alexa Grasso, was this their third time they fought?
Third.
And you've gotten worse. You've learned nothing from the other 2 fights, and one you probably should have lost. You put 0 time in wrestling, nothing, and I paid $80. And you're the world champ? That's insane, dude. That's fucking insane. Yeah, but you see the graphics on the Sphere? I don't give a fuck. I'm not there in person. I'm watching on TV a shit product, dude. The focus shouldn't be on the arena. I'm talking about, I need the fights, dude. And for those of you out there that need this Sphere experience and, oh, dude, they covered the history of Mexico and they're 90 feet tall and there's an eagle flying. 2 world-class fighters fighting live isn't enough stimulus for you? You have to cheer, rock, and shake and spit when guys get kicked? What the fuck are we doing? No other sport does that. Nothing's more exciting than UFC main event. We do not need the bells and whistles. We're going down a weird road. And a lot of people in my space going, UFC need to show more pageantry. The fuck you talking about? No, I need better fights. I need more exciting matchups. I need the card stacked. I would rather a fucking card be at the Apex with 4 people in there. I can hear somebody fart. You give me a good card. Then this fucking history of Mexico and all this wild shit and tickets are 10 grand. I don't need that, man. And if you do, you got fucking problems. If you need all that wild shit and 2 world-class fighters isn't enough stimulus for you, and you need all these bells and whistles, man, we're screwed as a generation, dude. That's insane to me. That's insane. And the other thing, too, people like more pageantry, all that. You know how long this card took? Now, remember, if you got there for the early prelim, which I got my brother-in-law tickets. He had great tickets. I got him and his girlfriend. I almost said fiancés, almost spoiled it. But him and
Stop it.
No. She knows. She found the ring, but whatever. She knows what's up. He just has to do it. Sorry, Steven. So I got them tickets. Shout out to my boy for making that happen. He was like, it was amazing, man. It's the most amazing event I've ever been to. So you ever been in a Conor fight? But the pageantry I need is, do you remember when Conor walked out, Sinead O'Connor? Bro, that was insane. That's all I need. You don't need to slow the card. I don't need a fucking countdown of UFC embedded on every fight. The car goes by so slowly. So my brother-in-law gets there he sat down in his seat around 2:30. What time did that card end? He's there at least 8 hours. There's nothing on this planet that you want to do for 8 hours. There's nothing you want to do for 8 hours as far as going to an event. There's nothing. There's no NFL game. There's no boxing match. There's no MLB. 8 hours, dude, sitting there of bad fights. It's not a knock on these fighters. And some of them showed the fuck out. Some of them fought like Mexican fighters. The whole theme was Mexican fight night. And then you got some people not showing the fuck up to fight like Mexicans. Like Alexa Grasso. Dude, your camp should be ashamed, bro. Man. You know, how do you get worse in a trilogy? No one thought to mention fighting? And for Suga, I fucking love him. I think his coach is brilliant. You knew exactly what he was going to do, man. That was a domination. Diego Lopez looked fantastic. Brian Ortega probably done at 45, should never been there. 55's his thing. He'll get a big fight. Daniel Zellhuber, here's my issue with that. I know I'm on one today, dude. I've been up since 2:30. I'm a little salty. All good. Here's the thing, though. Esteban Ribovics and Daniel, that should have been a draw. Is that the one I'm thinking? Or is it Ronaldo Rodriguez? Remember, Ronaldo, I've never seen someone get their ass whooped so bad in the first round in my entire career and not get finished. Like for someone to get he got knocked down, choked out, dominated. And he was doing all the Mexican shit before, right? Like doing his thing and that's the fight. Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Osborne should have been a draw. It should have been a 10-8 first round. And that should have been a draw. That should have not been 29-28. Ribovics and Daniel, those two fights are what every single fight should have been on the Sphere. Every single Ronaldo, Esteban, and Diego Lopez those boys should make all the fucking money. All the money. Shevchenko took no risk, gave us a grappling match. Oh, it's high level. It's crazy you pulled that off. Fuck you. That's insane, dude. On a Sphere card, a historic card, you play it safe. And for Merab, that's what he does. Also, Alexa Grasso, I don't think she has any finishes on her feet. She's not a finisher. Merab, not a finisher. So UFC risk a lot, man. And they're hoping that maybe Grasso would pull off a submission or Shevchenko would pull off a head kick. That, she can do that shit. They thought maybe Sean O'Malley, because with Aljo, he's able to, get out of the takedown, get it back to the feet and knock him out. The UFC was banking on, I'll be straight up with you guys. They were banking on that. And this was set up to take Suga Sean to that stratosphere. He's not there yet. If he'd have won this one, to get closer to the greatness of Conor McGregor. That's what they thought was going to happen. And it went down in a ball of flames. Ball of flames. Let's take a little break because the NFL is here, kids. It's week 3. It's coming in hot. Speaking of coming on hot, you got to get with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try bet on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Probably don't bet on my Broncos. Not a lot of touchdowns these days. Bet on the Niners. Washington seems to be all right. Detroit a little struggling. All good. Ready to do your own touchdown dance with DraftKings? Score big with DraftKings. Score Sportsbook, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code SCHAUB. That's code SCHAUB, SCHAB show. For new customers, get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-7897-777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
And again, we're going to, and maybe because I'm older, I hate electric cars. I hate fucking Chat GPT. I don't like fucking, I don't like 3D movies. I hate that shit. It makes me sick. And I don't like this crazy production at the Sphere. I don't need that. And if you do, you have issues. If you need that every card, people going, UFC should do this every card. What the fuck is going on? What? That card should also be, if you're gonna do this, like they're like, do it for Independence Day, July 4th in America. That'd be lit. But you can't have matchups like this. You would have to have matchups where, on paper, those, like a Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou, where on paper, that thing shouldn't go past the first. A Tai Tuivasa, that shouldn't go past the first. If you're going to do this long, drawn-out shit, and people are getting at 3:30, leaving at 1 in the morning, you're going to have to make those things the pacing. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this one of those awful Triller boxing cards where I got to see fucking The Game and these rap concerts? Give me the fucking product I paid for. Give me a good fight, man. And that got lost in all this. All that got lost. Oh, but my chair was shaking, dude. The fuck? It's a UFC fight. We need more pageantry. Yeah, I guess with the intros, you could do it. You could do it like Pride does. That's all we need. We don't need all this, dude. I don't want all this. If this is the direction sports going, I'm out, dog. I'm out. It's not good. It's not good. I thought that, and I don't know if they didn't have room. I thought that, especially on the early prelims, it was really bad. The camera angles, because they had to have like, buy the pay-per-view, name of the fighters, then this other Riyadh season. It was like this much, and so you could only see their hips. The rest of the legs were cut out. I don't know if you guys saw that. And I don't know if they didn't have room on the camera, but the camera angle was weird. I was like, oh, this ain't, I don't like it. I don't like it. Maybe I'm the old guy here. Maybe I'm in the minority here. I don't know. But if you need all those bells and whistles to get your rocks off in a mixed martial arts fight, bam, we got problems. Stay on TikTok. Go watch Slap Fight. Go fucking watch Slap Fight. Do that. Have the Slap Fight at the Sphere. Because that's 20 seconds of entertainment, and the rest you can fill up with this pageantry and all this. When guys get slapped, you can have like the dust hit them in the face and the seats of the fans, you know? But in person, like my brother-in-law was like, man, once a lifetime opportunity, this was insane. Homeboy got there at 2:30. Left around 1. That's an investment, dude. And again, something has to give. And the announcer's like, we should do every fight here. I'm like, the fuck is everyone smoking? Oh, you just have to be there in person. No, I don't. No. The pacing and the card, again, I would rather have this at the Apex. If this is the direction UFC's going, I'll stick to Dana White Contender Series, man. They don't need all this, man. No other sport does this. That's what makes us unique. No. We're already unique. We're kicking and punching each other in the fucking face. There's nothing more exciting than a street fight. There's nothing more exciting than a high-level MMA fight. You don't need this. It's like putting spinners on a goddamn Dodge Demon. It's not. It's already badass. You don't need to do that, dude. Who's this for? And you could tell Dana was a little frustrated in the post-fight press conference. He's like, what do you say? They gained 65% more fans over COVID. They had Jeff Bezos there. They had everyone. Jeff Bezos, the head of Netflix there. You got Stephen A. Smith. You got ESPN there. And I had issues with the pay-per-view. Figure it out, right? So you have all these potential buyers there. Now, for the first probably 10 minutes, I bet the first prelims, you're like, all right, this is a little weird. Is U2 going to come out? Or the Eagles going to come out? No. Okay, it's just regular fighting. Then the main card, it really ramped it up, right? After that second fight in the main card, Jeff Bezos is going, that's taking way too long. I don't know if we want this on our platform. They couldn't have knocked their socks off. Especially, he's thinking about Jeff Bezos doesn't watch UFC. He don't know what the fuck he's watching. He has that fucking sniper eye, right? So he probably don't know what he's watching. And then the co-and main event coming, he's like, oh, check, please. Yeah, the thing was great. You know what this is? You know what this fair is? It's Rainforest Cafe. It looks fucking great, but the product is shit. And as a kid, I loved Rainforest Cafe. It looked sick, right? It had like the fucking animals
Sounds
everywhere.
and
Sounds.
Water. And
there was mist. You're like, I'm in a jungle. And then you get your fucking macaroni. And it's horrendous. And you're waiting around forever. The UFC doing events at the Sphere is like, and hey, hate to tell you guys, fucking spoiler alert, Rainforest Cafe is out of business. UFC doing events like this is no different than Rainforest Cafe. When it comes down to it, you're there for a good meal, not the atmosphere. Shout out to Rainforest Cafe. I used to love that place as a kid. But my mom used to say, okay, but you know you're going to leave unsatisfied. And that's how I felt at the Sphere. I left unsatisfied. Because you guys want to spend all the money on the fucking frog hanging from the ceiling, the mist. Yeah, go ahead and order Rainforest Cafe on Postmates. Ditch all the cool fucking trees and sounds. Order yourself a rack of ribs from Rainforest Cafe with all the cool atmosphere, and it sucks balls, dude.
So just so it's for sure. So they have closed a bunch of locations, but I guess they still do exist, and they're
Yes. Where's one at?
I'll find it later.
UFC doing events at the Sphere is Rainforest Cafe. Looks great, fun experience. The actual product sucks. That's what it is. I don't need all that. I'd rather eat in a fucking hut with good food. I'd rather watch great fights at the Apex Center. I don't need all that. Maybe I'm the minority. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. So let's talk about the actual fisticuffs. Rosa Jr., kicking off the first fight of the night. It's like, Dana, we need to talk about pay, and I'm ready for a top 15 guy. No, you're not. You got so much work to do. I'm not being negative. I'm being real today. You got a long way to go, bud. Long way to go. I like watching him. He just has a ways to go. It's all good. It's all good, baby. Ronaldo Rodriguez, again, that fight should have been a draw. That fight but even with Esteban and Danielle, round of the year probably. Both of those could be up for fight of the year. Those were fantastic. Fantastic fights. Shout out to both of them. Diego Lopez, Brian Ortega. I've known Brian for a hot second. Coached him for his last fight before he got the UFC. Training partner for a hot second. The days at 45 are over. The speed was an issue. We hang our hat on T City and his jiu-jitsu. Guys are privy to that now. The cat's out of the bag. So since that whole his jiu-jitsu and all that, he's just been striking lately. That's not really his thing anymore, right? He's slobber knocking. Got in a little trouble. He's a slow starter now. Got in a little trouble with Homeboy, his last fight. It's a handsome Mexican kid. Super handsome.
Oh, Yair?
Yair. Oh, yeah. With Yair, he got the arm triangle. But before that, you're looking at, his shoulder blew out. That was a submission by Yair, but whatever they call it, TKO, shoulder injury. Volkanovski almost pulled off the guillotine, but didn't happen for him. Korean Zombie was fisticuffs. Max Holloway, fisticuffs. Frank Yeager, fisticuffs. But he burst on the scene with his jiu-jitsu. 55's the move for him. I'd love to see him against a Gaethje or something like that. Love to see it. Fellas, take a little break here because some of y'all hairy, man. You do what you want, your grooming routine, all right? Well, the days of using the same trimmer for your face and your wiener are over thanks to my friends at Manscaped. Thank God. They've come up with the ultimate package to keep your hairs trimmed from 12 to 6. Introducing the Beard Balls Bundle featuring the Lawnmower 5.0, the Beard Hedger, a trimmer for the money maker, and another for the boys downstairs. Don't forget about them dangling balls. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SCHAUB20. That's SCHAB 20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code SCHAUB20 at manscaped.com for the premium grooming experience. Trust Manscaped. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra ensures you're always looking your best below the waist, while the Beard Hedger takes care of everything. It's the latest and greatest. The 4.0. I had the 3.0. I had the 2.0. There ain't nothing like the 5.0. They sent to me, your boy is smooth like a seal, man. All right, that's the Lawnmower 5.0. Ensures you're always looking your best below the waist and up top. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SHOP20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code SCHAUB20 at manscaped.com. No more juggling multiple tools or dealing with subpar results. Get all knick-knack. Nope, just efficient, effective grooming whenever you need it. Manscaped. For Diego Lopez, I mean, he's number 3. So I would like to. I don't think they give him a title shot right away. No matter what happens at featherweight in that title shot between Topuria and Max Holloway. God, him versus Yair Rodriguez, fun. I would have him fight Alexander Volkanovski. Build his name a little bit bigger, get real prime for that title shot. That's what I would do.
I think they already have him like as a backup for the Holloway.
Trash.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Trash. He should fight Volkanovski. That's what they should do. Valentina Shevchenko, fucking give her our girl Tatiana
Suarez.
Yep. It's not next. We already know what's next, but Tatiana Suarez should be next. Yeah, let me know how your grappling goes against Tatiana. Go ahead and take her down. Go ahead and do what you did to Alexa Grasso versus Suarez. Let me know how it goes for you. For Merab Suga, the fight's so clear, and already my boy is asking for it on Twitter. Corey Sandhagen, Sugar Sean O'Malley. That's the fight. All day. There's nothing else to do. That's clear as day. For Merab, clear as day, right? He's fighting Nurmagomedov. That's what it is. That's what it is. That one's interesting. You don't look too crunk for it. I think
I'm not crunk for it.
I know. It's tough. It's tough. Go to the. Do you have a picture of all the champions, Jen? UFC's in a little bit of.
I mean, we can go to the records, they'll see all the champions.
UFC's in a little bit of trouble.
Well, that's going to be updated tomorrow.
So you have Pantoja, Merab, Ilya. Ilya's a good champ. Keep going. Islam, Bilal, Dricus, Alex is by far your biggest star. Jon Jones. Jon Jones has maybe one more fight, then he's out. Tom's just waiting. Go back up for me, Chin. And then Alex is by far your biggest star. They don't have a ton of stars. Sugar, they're banking on Sugar, you know?
Yeah, Merab is awesome, but as far as like star quality, it's kind of
Again,
tough, right?
And I told you guys this last week. Guys with that fighting style, again, I appreciate it. It's very hard for him to pull off what he's doing. Was he won 11 in a row? It's absolutely insane. When you have that fighting style where you're not finishing and knocking guys out, you have to come up with a gimmick to get people to give a fuck about your fights.
And he does great on social media, but it doesn't translate.
Notice
fighting is the main thing, right?
Yeah. So I think sometimes it gets lost in the sauce where guys think because some of the skits or some of the stuff they're posting on social media translates into pay-per-view buys, and it doesn't. But they come up with these acts or these improv fucking sketches nonstop. So because the fighting's not doing it. Name one guy with a style like that hasn't done this. Go ahead. I went through them last week.
That hasn't done this?
Yeah, all of them come up with some sort of scheme.
I mean, so
Colby Covington.
Khabib is probably the closest thing to where he's just, ground and pound, right?
Different.
But he's
but Khabib
dominating
finish guys.
too. And he's dominating
Dominating. Finishing guys. I'm talking about guys that don't get a lot of finishes, but they're so damn good at one aspect of the sport that you really don't. It's not translating to pay-per-view buys. So they come up with some sort of shtick, some sort of angle to get a fan base. Sean Strickland does his thing, right? He's a decision guy. I love watching him. Think he's one of the best defense fighters but he has his shtick, right? Colby Covington had his whole Trump thing. Chael had his whole thing. Merab's doing his thing. It's just the nature of the beast. Yeah, but Dana's probably sitting back this morning being like, damn. We got to do something. And it ain't Conor McGregor. Those days are over, kids.
That's one of the big topics too.
Yeah, let's get into it. So Conor's not. They announced on Robbie. Shout out to Robbie with Barstool and congrats on getting married, buddy. Love that kid. He's worked his ass off. He's been around
married?
a hot second. He's getting married. Dana gave him $20,000 for his wedding. Damn,
He's
dog,
like what? He's
get
like
on social
super
media.
young, right?
What's up?
He's super young, right, Robbie?
Not that young. He's probably late 20s, right? When I met him, 10 years ago, 8 years ago. Either way, let's not hold up the thing over his age. But he, Dana announced on there that Conor's not fighting, and Michael Chandler will fight Charles Oliveira.
Yeah.
And it's on UFC 309. You know what UFC 309 is? Okay. UFC 309 is like, yeah, I'll watch it.
Here's what we have so far.
Yeah, your main event is Jon Jones and Stipe. To me, that's, I'll watch it. Can we just get it over with so Tom Aspinall become champ? Okay. What they don't have on there is Bo Nichols fighting on that card too.
Is it for this or 306? I have it here somewhere.
Bo's on 309.
Bo's on 309.
Okay. So
Yep.
then,
Paul
there you go.
Craig.
Yep.
Paul Craig.
Paul Craig.
That's a good fight. Yeah, Bo Nichols the best fight on that card.
How do you think he does against Paul Craig? Both like
Pass it with flying
Blackbird.
colors. And boy, do we need it. Yeah, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, you're like, no one asked for that. We've seen how that goes. And poor Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
So here, let's get to Conor. There's only 3 options here on why Conor's not fighting. There can only be 3. Number 1 is it got delayed because that foot injury was so bad. He wanted to risk it, wants to come back full health. You can understand that. And that's the narrative we got pitched, right? You're like, all right. As a Conor fan, I went, yeah, why would you risk it? You don't want to be hurt. Number 2, the rumor around the water cooler. I have no substantial evidence that this is true. I have some sources around the camp. Dana flew down there, watched Conor practice, watched him train, and said, good God, he is in no way, shape, or form ready for a mixed martial arts fight at this level. We're going to have to delay everything. There's that. Number 3 is the UFC and Conor are in cahoots together, and they're delaying things because he only has 2 fights left. And they're trying to figure out the TV right deals. And Dana went up, because it's weird how long this is taking, right? It's very strange. They just keep edging us. They keep giving us blue balls on Conor. And we've never seen anything like this. You're like, what is going on here? Well, what could be going on, if you put your tinfoil hat on, is the UFC's TV right deals, and they had Amazon in the house, they had Netflix in the house. They're looking for a new home, and it ain't ESPN. And Conor, whether you like it or not, is still the biggest star, the biggest draw, and he has 2 fights left. So that gives the UFC a lot of leverage going into these TV negotiations going, we got Conor, we can guarantee you 2 fights out of Conor. What's not tasty is if he fights, let's say he's fighting December like he was supposed to, going into those meetings going, we have Conor for 1 more fight. And I'm like, yeah, but what after that? Like, then he's out. That's not good. And Dana and Conor are businessmen. So I'm sure Dana's like, yo, dude, just drag this out till I secure the TV right deal, and we'll make it worth your time. Conor's like, yeah, cool. I only want to do 1 more anyway. Maybe 2. 1 for sure, but I need a big one. We'll make sure it's a big one. Big one would be Max Holloway, BMF title, Conor McGregor. That's what you're going to get, I bet. Michael Chandler's not big enough for Conor, especially if Conor's going to, toe the line and drag things out until they get this TV deal done. He's doing Dana a solid. That's what I think's going on. It's very strange how long this is taking. Broken toe? See Conor taking shots, bears, he's doing his thing. And this is the other thing. He doesn't know shit either. Conor might just be like, yeah, man, I'm set financially. I'm good, dude. And Dana's going, I know you're good. We've done a lot for you. You've done a lot for us. Just help us secure this TV deal. Because right now, looking at the stars, remember, this is a TV deal mainly for America and pay-per-view. That's where they make the majority of their money. Off the TV right deals is the big deal. The pay-per-views, they make a ton of money. They don't have a ton of stars. Conor's a huge chip in that negotiation. And if he only has one fight, it's not that tasty. We got him for 2? All right. We got him for 2, and he's talking about renegotiating for another 6-fight deal. But if Conor comes out, it was like, I'm out, man. I'm going to fight Chandler. I'm fucking going to fight Jake Paul. Not good. So I think Conor's playing ball. Very smart. Dana's very smart. It's a business move. And the person who gets burned here and who isn't privy to this game they're playing is Michael Chandler. And he's going to be 39 by the time they fight. Michael Chandler's wasted 2 years of his life. 2 years. And he's not young. He's missed out on millions of dollars fighting, waiting for a red panty night. And it backfired on him. Everyone wants to make fun of Chandler. I don't get that. Oh, lost the fight. Sorry, man. Aimed for the stars, landed on fucking a Brazilian star. It's not a bad fight. It's just we've already seen it. Again, even Jon Jones Stipe, that's not a bad fight. I'll take that over this fucking past weekend. I'll take Jon Jones Stipe, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira over what you gave me in the Sphere. I don't give a fuck what the graphics look like. I don't give a fuck that the ring card girls are in all gold and dressed up as Aztecs. That's not why I give you $80. You know what I'm saying? So a little break here. Summer is heading to the bottom of the ninth. But with football season coming in hot, don't let those high summer vibes hit the bench. No way, man. Change the game and elevate your everyday with Via. Via gives you the freedom to blaze your own trail. Get fully legal hemp and cannabis products. Ready for this? Discreetly shipped to your door in all 50 states. That's right. Shipped to your door. All 50 states. What else you got? The new training schedule hitting you hard. Via's relief line designed to support your relaxation. Restoration is the ideal companion to level up your post-gym recovery. Alleviate those aches and pains from years on the field. My left knee is acting up, all right? Via's organic flower is grown carefully, tested to ensure the highest quality, free-form, harsh pesticides of nasty chemicals. We don't need any of that. Via is also well-renowned for their award-winning THC and THC-free gummies, premium indoor THCA flower, soothing topicals, calming drops. They got it all. And it's the highest quality hemp source from trusted, independently American farms. All right? So unlock the power of nature this summer with Via's organic and vegan hemp extracts. We got you covered, man. Whether it's relaxing or getting recovery, we got you covered with Via. If you're 21 or older, check out the link to Via in our description. Use the code SCHAUB, SCHAUB, to receive 15% off. All right? Quality ingredients. It's affordable. It's easy. Delivered to your door. It's the easiest way to get you some flour. Enhance your everyday with Via. Promo code SCHAUB. 15% off. The best flour on the planet. So for Chandler, it's like, yes, dude, you played the game, you lost. Just like UFC played the Sphere game. They won as far as pulling it off. Dude, that's insane what you guys did. Shout out to you guys and the whole staff. Super dope. As far as the sport, though, you lost. You lost your biggest potential star in Suga Sean. And the co-main event, main event, and that's how most of the cards are defined. People walk away with a nasty taste in their mouth. Dana knows this. That's why I went, hopefully these young people that are new fans stopped watching before the co-main event. But, oh, you don't like technical fighting? No, it's not that. No one risked anything. No one risked anything. Yep, Shevchenko's champ. You did it, girl. Hell yeah. What you did, losing your belt, coming back, cool. Alexa Grasso, her team should be like, holy shit, man. How do we not work on wrestling? Insane. And for Suga, it's just, you thought he had that special sauce, that one that he would event. I guaranteed you guys he was going to get taken down. but you're banking on he gets taken down, but he's such a special striker, like a Conor, like some of these Izzy, like a Alex, that where, man, yeah, you're going to get him down, but eventually he's going to find that chin and this thing's over and boom, he's your next face of the UFC. And it just didn't happen. I don't know if he was flat. Also, the other thing is too, I've had that when I fought at UFC 134 in Rio. That was a long, drawn-out card. If you're in the back warming up, it's your adrenaline's going up and down, up and down, up and down. You're back to like, come on, dude. So by the time you get out there, you're exhausted. You're flat. You're just like, fuck. All right, let's just get it over with. You're not excited. Just like, let's fucking go, man. I've been here too long, hanging out in the green room, in the locker room, bullshitting. So it could have been product of that. By the time he fought, with all this pageantry that you guys fucking love. Because the one thing nobody thought of, the Sphere this, most expensive this. Oh, they have 10,000 cameras in there. Oh my God, you should hear Adele on these speakers. Go, the distraction, this, the cage, the seats rattle, and you can get bears, shut up your asshole. All this stuff. All this stuff. No one ever considered the most important part, the fighters. What's it like for the fighters, though? Is it distracting? Is it weird that this side, there's like all this shit, and then behind them's like a Aztec market, chirping birds and shit? Is that weird? Who cares, man? It's going to look sick. I know, but we're a fight organization, and we have the best fighters on the planet. No one ever stopped to consider the fighters. What would this do to Sugar Sean waiting for so long in the back? But Merab wasn't like that. Merab's a wrestler. Very different. You don't have to be on point. You don't have to be calculated. Very different. Less risk involved. No one thought what it would do to the fighters. Does that fight go different if it was in a different arena? I think there's something there.
I was going to ask you that too.
I think there's something there. Oh, you're just making excuses for Sugar. No, I'm not. No. Now, do I think there's not enough out? I always tell you guys this. Sugar Sean, there's not enough hours in a fucking day for him to get to the level Merab's at grappling. It's literally impossible. That can't be your game plan. Same as Merab, there's not enough hours in the day to get to the level of Sugar striking. If you put both their best foot forward, that's a fun fight. That didn't happen Saturday night. Shevchenko, Alexa Grasso, those first two were fun. This one, not fun. Grasso seemed a little down. Weird. Your co-main event's tired? Your co-main event fell flat? And then your main event fell flat? What do you think that is?
Hold on, no, I wanted to ask you.
Is it the fucking Sphere that you guys were pumping up this whole fucking time?
That's part of it, yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah, so
I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying it didn't help.
No.
It dragged on forever. By the end of it, I'm like, holy fuck, I got it. It was like a cool history lesson of Mexico. But even the coolest history lesson, after 6 hours, you're like, I'm set, man. I'm fucking set, dude. I can only take so much. I fell asleep. To be completely transparent, I fell asleep. And I woke up the next morning and went, here we go. And I knew it went to decision, both of them. And you know how I knew? Because I texted my brother and I said, what time did you get out? He told me, I went, there's no way there was a finish. And I dreaded watching it. First time ever. I love watching fights. They missed the boat on that. They thought about everything but the most important product.
The fighters.
The fighters. Your Rainforest Cafe. It looks sweet, but the food sucks.
Wait, so I wanted to ask you about this. So with the Alexa Grasso thing, it's called Noche, right? So it's all about Mexican independence. It's like a huge thing. That's that pressure on her because she's the only. She's like the headliner she's only Mexican headliner basically, right?
Yeah.
A co-main. So that pressure on her must have been freaking crazy. So do you think that is an attribution to her why she didn't do as well as she should have done?
Could be, because think about it, they fought last Mexican Independence Day, and most people thought she lost. They had it a draw.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
They thought she lost because the whole Mexican Noche, they thought the judges kind of swayed it a little bit towards Grasso. Most people think she lost that.
Yeah,
Shevchenko's like, I'm never fighting her ass again on Mexican Independence Day. Then Dana went,
yeah,
very
you're right.
cool.
Yeah.
Here's the Sphere again. And she went, oh, I'm not going to try kicking her head off. I'm just going to fucking, all right, you guys fucked me out of a decision last time. I'm going to make this really boring. I'm 36, probably don't have much left in the tank. I need my fucking belt. That's all I care about. Watch this. Andale.
Uh-oh.
Take another little break. I'm drawing this thing out like the freaking Sphere show. Is it 1 a.m. in here? Is it just me? A lot of reads. All right. Let's take a little break because this is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. We got you covered, man. They have the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. Insurance can be overwhelming, but Name Your Price tool, it's as easy as name your price. All right, this tool puts you in charge of your auto insurance by working just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance. They'll show you a variety of coverages that fit within your budget, giving you options. Name your price. Now, that's something you want to get on, all right? And you can do it very fast. Get a quote today. You'll be able to choose the best option for you. It's just one of the many ways you can save with Progressive Insurance. Get a quote today at Progressive.com to try Name Your Price tool for yourself. Join the 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Progressive. O'Reilly Auto Parts. I had to use them, man. I'm installing cup holders in my H1 Humvee. It's actually military. So I installed some cup holders. They made these cup holders out of old military ammo boxes. Cool. So I had to get some special screws to drive into the chassis. I had to drive right in there. They had the screws. My boy Casey always helps me out. He's off Ventura there at O'Reilly. They help me get those parts. They help me get the special screws because you can't just use regular old nails. You can't just use regular screws and screw it in. No way. I got my power tools. Your boy's out there doing it, man. 4 hours, whatever. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service and parts knowledge you'll need for your maintenance and repairs. Shout out to them. They got that Humvee looking tasty, bro. They got it looking like, get in the chopper. They got you covered, dude. So whatever you need with your car expert or your auto rookie like myself, you'll find the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are super knowledgeable, helpful, and best of all, friendly. Come on, do it. The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto do-it-yourself. You can find what you need in-store or online. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today, like I did. Damn near every week, I'm in there, scrounging around. Got some matte black paint the other day from them. Got screws yesterday from them. Your boy's always at O'Reilly. It's the only place I trust. They have everything. If they don't, they have it in the back. Ask them, or they order it, shows up the next day. Boom, your boy's ready to go. O'ReillyAuto.com/shop. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/shop.
But when you fought in Denver. What's the biggest card you fought in your hometown?
Biggest card?
Yeah, Denver.
In my hometown, my first real fight in the UFC against Chase Gormley at the Broomfield Event Center.
So how was the pressure on you to do that?
Tons of pressure.
Yeah.
Tons of pressure. Tons. Insane.
But you won, right? So
yeah, I just went fucking Homer Simpson berserker and knocked him out in like 50 seconds. My adrenaline was insane. But for Alexa, a lot of pressure, and you didn't wrestle.
The amount of money that's into this Sphere thing, all that stuff is like, she's the Mexican person on top of the card.
And Mexicans did not fare well that night. Diego Lopez, I know he looks Mexican. He's Brazilian, so you can't count him.
Is he Brazilian?
Yes, he's Brazilian. Born in Brazil, but was, his camp's over in fucking Mexico.
Yeah, Portuguese and Spanish is very similar.
Yep.
So.
Either way, you're fucking Brazilian, so that's not a win for Mexico. Daniel Zulhuber, Mexican, lost. Ronaldo Rodriguez, great fight, but, should have been a draw. Irene Aldana, Manuel Torres, Yasmin Yaguri. They didn't do well. Edgar Chavez lost. Raul Rosa Jr., he won. And then asked for more pay and a top 15 guy. Were they 2 for 7 on the night? If I had a hot tub time machine, I could pick one fight to make this, to do main event at a Sphere level. You want something that's, if everyone wants pageantry and you want to knock your dick in the dirt, Mexican style, you have Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar. That's what you need at this magnitude. These fights were not at the magnitude of the arena. It wasn't there. If you could get a hot tub time machine, get a prime Cain Velasquez, when Brock Lesnar was all juicy and the way he beat him, and you have that at the Sphere, now we're cooking. Now we're not Rainforest Cafe. Now we're Del Frisco's. Good food, good environment. Now we're Joey's. Good environment, great food. Checks all boxes. Expensive. These tickets were expensive, Jim.
There you go.
All right, what do you got, Doug?
So there was another fight over the weekend as well. Canelo, he beat Edgar Berlanga. That's just a quick one.
Yeah, I mean the better fight in that was Caleb Plant, but yeah, Canelo's a weird one, right? Like he's earned it where he doesn't have to fight, these monsters everybody wants him to fight. He's just like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm gonna keep making money and just beating up guys that I'm hugely, grotesquely favored over. The problem with boxing, they get to choose who they fight all the time. I'd much rather, see him fight a number of different guys, but it's just not what he wants to do. All good.
So this I wanted to ask you as well. So, there's always some sort of little bit of controversy with Sean O'Malley's coach, like when he said, like, go Aljo, go during the fight. And I think this is like during the ceremonial weigh-ins. I'll just play.
Well, Merab said he was going to beat up his coach.
Yeah, he said he would on.
Look at that nose. Tiny little fucker.
So he's like, look at that nose, tiny little effer. What do you think? Because you had coaches. Would your coaches
I'd be so
ever?
embarrassed, but also Sugar's a lot younger. I think it's more of a best friend relationship than a coach kind of pupil thing there. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're cool with it. It's like two bros talking shit. But I also think he has a plan to try to get Merab to shoot in, maybe fight with aggression, because that's when he gets opened up for the knockout. So I think he was trying to get in his head via like Conor did against Aldo. Remember all that shit he
But the coach, though, not the actual fighter.
I'm with you, but because Sugar wasn't doing that, the coach was, because he started talking shit to the coach. So I think the coach like, oh, maybe there's something here where we can get him out of his game plan and get him to make some mistakes and lunge in, and we can knock him out. I'm assuming that's what it is, and it's not some sort of doing it for the gram and all that bullshit.
Yes. I mean, but you said you would be, if it was your coaches, you'd be embarrassed. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it just seemed not great.
Especially when you lose.
Yeah, well.
If you'd have won, you'd be like, oh, it worked, But I would assume, he's a good dude. I would assume that's what he's trying to do. Get the fighter out of his comfort zone. If he's like, oh, what I say triggers him, okay. Mm. Oh, look at that nose. Like, come on, do something.
It's kind of worked before, so.
I know.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Let's take a little break here. I'm dragging out like the Sphere card. Here we are, man. Listen, if the Sphere ran way too long, you had too many drinks, or your team sucks like my Denver Broncos. My CU Buffs won, but they beat CSU. Nothing to really parade around the house about. But you're probably drinking if your team suck like mine do. Or you had a bunch of drinks watching the Sphere, hoping for some action. It just never came, especially in the co-main event, main event. So you had a little too many drinks. I got you covered. I told you guys last week, bring your sidekick. I'm talking about Safety Shots, the world's first alcoholic detoxifier that reduces blood alcohol content as little as 30 minutes. Not only does it do that, you're up to 1 a.m. playing grab ass with your boys, flipping a coin. Is Conor going to fight? Is Conor not going to fight? You're having drinks, having a good time. Then your son has an 8 a.m. game on Sunday morning. He's 4. I guess we call that baseball. It doesn't look like it to me. Whatever, you got to show support. You got to be ready to go. That's where Safety Shot. All right, they give you gut health. They give you they rejuvenate you, liver support, well-being, gut support, hydration. Most of all, dads, figure it out. So have that last shot on me. Don't worry about how long the card's dragging on. Have another drink with your boys. Go to drinksafetyshot.com. Get that 4-pack. Go to Bevmo. Pick up in person like a human being. All right? Use the code Brendan. Get 10% off. That's drinksafetyshot.com. You're welcome.
This is just a quick fun one. Jake Paul, apparently he's been banned from the UFC to go to any of the events. So he's dressed up in this character, which, by the way, I know he's probably not banned. He dressed up in this character and he was able to make the UFC 306.
Shit, that's pretty. It does not look like him.
No, it was really good, yeah. And he did it on his YouTube video, but there's music, so I can't play it.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, that's him.
God damn, that's great makeup work.
Dude.
Usually those things are terrible.
He's got.
He made an ugly older dude, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So the whole Mikey Musumeci thing was kind of odd, right? How he was stripped of his title.
I told you when I was at One Championship, they said it was Mikey's idea.
So Mikey did say it, that it was his thing. He said he figured he would be able to make the weight because he's done it before at that weight, in that much time. But yeah.
Yeah, One Championship, because I was like, man, I feel like it's fucked up with Mikey. And they're like, whoa. Literally.
It seemed messed up when
One
you see it.
Championship official like, no. Trust me, we were good. He's the one that wanted this. We did not want to do this. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Well, there's that. And have you seen this Henry Cejudo at a Trump rally? And then Donald Trump just keeps mispronouncing his name. Cejudo.
Cejudo.
Oh, no. So he was Cejudo or something. Cejudo, all that stuff, yeah.
Cejudo. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually play this, but
I'm sure you can.
all right, I'll just play real quick
He
then.
won the Olympic gold medal, and he's the UFC and was the UFC champion numerous times, actually. I wonder if I could take him. I'm a little larger than him. I wonder if I could take him in a fight. What do you think? Henry, you know who I'm talking about? Henry Cejudo. Come here.
I think I confused.
Henry Cejudo.
Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, multiple different.
Great American, Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
Cejudo.
But that's dope.
Someone should have filled him in on that. Yeah, good for him. That's dope. Henry Cejudo.
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 So this is from like about 5 or 6 days ago. But Dana White said his, Mount Rushmore of MMA would be Conor McGregor, Ronda Rousey, George St. Pierre, and Jon Jones.
I agree.
So what do you?
100%.
Okay, there you go.
Did he say why?
There.
Got to go with Jon Jones. You have to go with Ronda Rousey. Would not be fine in the UFC. It wasn't for her. Facts. She's basically the Hoist Gracie for women. You'd have to put GSP up there. Facts. Absolutely Conor McGregor. Yep. Facts. You have no issue with any of this.
All right. Cool.
Do you think I would?
I just didn't know because even Dana White changed his like Mount Rushmore like 2-3 years ago. It just changes all the time. So
And then one argument not to
he said Chuck Liddell at one point, which I believe too should be on Mount Rushmore.
it's tough if Mount Rushmore since only 4, but you'd have to have BJ on there.
Yeah, so many.
Chuck,
There's like
but really Hoist, Ronda, Chuck, BJ, GSP, and Jon Jones. I need 6.
alrighty. So at the event, Jon Jones was at the 306, and first of all, they kind of like announced that it's officially a different date now for him and Stipe Miocic. So November, what was that 16th at MS, most likely MSG, right? New York. Mm-hmm. So that's the one they announced for sure. And then Jon Jones said someone was interviewing him, and that someone said like, "What's happening after that?" He goes, "I'm going to retire after the fight."
I saw John. We were both there at the Monster thing because we're both sponsored by Monster Rain, right? Monster owns Rain, so they brought us both down there because they had like their entire staff there. And I ran into him. I haven't seen him in a hot second. That's what he told me. He's going to retire. I didn't want to come out. It's not what I do. I was going to come out and be like, "Oh, he's retiring." He was just like, "Yeah, one and done, dude."
Yeah, well, that
He's like,
means,
unless the division builds up and there's like some big, and I'm like, oh, Aspinall. But at that time, Aspinall didn't start Curtis Blades, so he's still kind of under the radar. But
Yeah, that would suck though if he doesn't fight Tom. That
It
would,
doesn't matter. They just need to do this and get out the way. You know, like
Tom should not have defended a freaking interim
no, it's
title in
stupid.
the first place.
But this is what it is. Like they're dragging this out now. You know, it's
Yeah.
like just do it already. And then Tom Aspinall's off to the races. Problem is I'd be willing to bet Stipe's last fight too, unless he were to win.
Without
Maybe
a doubt,
Stipe has
yeah.
to. So you have Stipe and Jon Jones out of there. Who's Aspinall going to fight? He's beat everybody.
Yeah, I don't think they want to. Either one wants to fight him either.
It
so.
screws Aspinall over. They both retire. There's nothing left. If I'm John, if I'm Tom Aspinall, I'm rooting hard for Stipe, because then you at least get one major fight, and you're fighting the greatest of all time. Because if Stipe beats Jon Jones, he's hands down, without a doubt, the greatest heavyweight to ever do it. Chances are not good, but let's say he does. He catches him, knocks Jon out. Wild. I think Stipe goes, hold up, I can do this again and make more money. And then Tom Aspinall can fully redeem himself and get his opportunity. But now, if Jon starches Stipe, let's say he takes him down 1 minute, takes him down, crucifix him like he does this thing and fucking pounds his face in with elbows, and they both go, we're done. You got a shitty heavyweight division. Tom's like, fuck. Can you get 205? Or Alex Pierre, you want to come up here? Okay. And he just grapples him and fucking, then you burn the Alex Pierre candle. That's not good. The person who loses the most if Jon and Stipe retires is Tom Aspinall. There's nothing for him. He's already done it.
That chain sucks too, because like Francis didn't lose. He won the belt.
Francis
left,
is gone.
right? Then the interim stuff, and now this. Like,
There's nothing. Jon looks good in that cowboy hat, though.
oh yeah, and then plus, I think I have it somewhere, but him and Ryan Garcia were together, and Dana White's was like, oh, I hope nothing happens.
Go home, fellas. Ryan Garcia's like, like, please don't get away from Jon Jones. After November, celebrate.
Here's a quick one: Chase Sherman, Greg Hardy for Game Bread.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
That's the November 15th, so it's like
That's a great fight. Where's it at?
I don't know.
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi.
Damn, she didn't even look into it. I don't know.
I mean, I don't look at the
Goddamn, dog.
venue sometimes.
The details?
But yeah,
That's a fun one, though.
yeah, definitely.
Jay Sherman coming off a big win. It's a tough fight for Greg Hardy. That dude been getting knocked out lately, huh?
This is also kind of. I'll just play this clip for you because
Yeah, it's kind of racist. He does look a little like Kendrick, though.
He kind of did look like Kendrick Lamar. But yeah, that was. Hey, so when I said we had a flawless production tonight, I take that back. Yeah, there was the one. That was.
So yeah, they put on the broadcast, I guess, like Terrence Crawford, but they put Kendrick Lamar. Huh? All right, there's not much more current events. So this is happening this weekend, which I didn't realize, but Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois.
It'll be a fun one.
Yeah,
Assume Joshua's gonna knock his ass out.
most likely.
Is that it, brother?
That's pretty much it, man.
All right, guys. Sorry for going so hard on the pain on the Sphere. It's just how I was feeling. It's the Rainforest Cafe of fighting. That's it, man. Is there fights this weekend?
No, as far as MMA, I didn't see anything.
All right. Well, that's it, kids. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, do your thing. Till next time, I'm out.